Hi, team. I'm Fitz Koehler, your host of the Run for the Booty Show and your race announcer for the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic. And we are so excited to have you here today because we have major news that is going to affect at least one of your lives dramatically, which is super exciting. If you've had any role in the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic in the past, you know it's an iconic event. People come from not only around the United States, but around the world to take part in our massive pirate party. And we're going back full force in 2022, and we can't wait for you to be there with us. Just a heads up that our race weekend in 2022 is February 26th and the 27th. On Saturday, we will have both a 5K and a 15K. On Sunday, we'll be doing the 8K and a half marathon. And you can choose one race, two race, three, or four. You can run all four of our races at the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic because we know that you guys are fanatical and you run for the bling. In our neck of the woods, we run for the booty. And that's what it's all about sometimes. It's about health and fitness and helping out your community and great causes. But it's also about the booty, and we totally get that. So we want you to register ASAP. Make sure you're on our course in late February. And I am going to bring out the stars of our show today. So I'm super excited to have both Susan Harmeling, our race director, longtime race director, widely respected in the running industry. She's one of the top dogs, and rightfully so. And our marketing guru, Keara McGraw. So welcome, Susan, and welcome, Keara.
Hey.
Hello.
Super excited to have you guys today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're excited to be here. This is a pretty big dang deal. So we're excited.
It is a pretty big dang deal. I couldn't have said it better myself. So, Susan, how are preparations coming for 2022?
You know, everything is on target for race weekend, and we are planning for a traditional race weekend. The Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic will definitely happen on February the 26th and 27th. There, we might have a little bit of mitigation depending upon where we are at that point with COVID, but we're confident, more than confident, that we will be able to have an event, and we're super excited to get back on the roads to have an in-person Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic. We did our best last year to give our participants, those that wanted to participate, kind of a hybrid approach to the event. And it was so uplifting to see our folks that came out to participate in that. But you can trust that we're going to have a great Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic race weekend on February the 26th and 27th. The shirt's going to be phenomenal. Finishers medals, we're approving those right now. It's going to be a great year.
Well, I'm super excited. As you know, last year was my first Gasparilla, and I announced many iconic events around the country, big, fantastic events, and even your hybrid event impressed me. So I hate to say I'm hard to impress, but I thought this is just a hybrid. This is a fake race. No, it was spectacular. So I'm mega excited for 2022. And as our audience members have figured out, you guys can use the comment section to say hello, ask questions, comment, and we have big news to share. So I'm going to go through some of the highs there. We got Mark. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. Terry, is that a med cutout, Susan?
It is. And he shows up around our office and scares us to death. I mean, I'll just... Probably too much information, but when you walk out of the bathroom and there's Meb, it's a little bit frightening, particularly at 4:00 in the morning. So on race morning, yeah, we've had fun with Meb. He goes everywhere.
That's amazing, and you could do a lot worse with a stalker. Meb's a really great guy. All right, and we have Miranda Leslie. So excited! Last year was a ton of fun. Yes, it was. Lisa Bryant, hello, Deborah. So I love the interaction, and that's why we do this, because we love runners, right?
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
They're the best.
They're a great bunch.
Even virtually, it's wonderful to wake up and have some runners in our day. So Publix, our title sponsor, which I have to say as a lifelong Floridian, is, their tagline is, "Where shopping is a pleasure." And heck yeah, it is. I'm a Publix snob. I will not shop anywhere else. Myself, and when I leave the state of Florida or the Southeast, I'm really sad to shop other places. As need be, but they're pitching in big time as usual, and we have a great contest.
We do, and I want to welcome Shelley King Rogers, who is one of the managers in Publix marketing. She is way behind what we're getting ready to announce, as is the whole Publix supermarket. So back in 2008 is when the Parrot brand first was introduced to the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic family. It was very well received. Very well received. And it went away in 2009, but we kept hearing, bring back the Parrot, bring back the Parrot. So it came back again. Thank you, Publix supermarkets. They do all of our artwork. It came back again in 2010, 11, and 12. And then it went away again. And everywhere we went, Boston, Chicago, New York, Savannah, Philadelphia, everywhere we went, even Facebook, we always heard the common, bring back the Parrot. So in 2021, we listened with big ears, and that's when our current Parrot mascot, if you will, because that's what it's going to become, came back to the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic. And this time, when the artwork was created by the Publix creative team, we wanted to create something that we could build upon, that would not change from year to year, that essentially would become as iconic of a brand as the Publix supermarkets brand. And the Circle P now that you see, that's Publix supermarkets. That's what we would like to do with our Parrot. And in doing that, we needed to give him an identity. So that back over the summer, we were at a meeting at a Starbucks on I-4, talking about our little Parrot and how much fun it would be to give our Parrot a name. And to take it a step further, and in giving him that name, have him take on a personality. And I say him, forgive me. This is a gender-neutral Parrot. Okay, let me establish that right off the bat. The Parrot will take on a personality, which I think you're going to touch on a little bit here in just a little bit, Fitz. But the really exciting part about this is we are going to have a contest that everyone can participate in to name our Parrot. He or she needs a name. I'll get used to that in just a minute. And the person that wins, the name that is selected for the Parrot, will be able to run for free for 25 years. That is huge. On top of that, they will be given a $100 Publix supermarkets gift card. So we're super excited. We're hoping that this is an incentive to get folks to really take a look at the Parrot, look at the personality profile that we've created, and submit a name for consideration.
And we're going to have this live Parrot mascot come to life at our races, correct?
That's correct. We're working on a costume right now with a company out of Chicago. So that the character itself, the mascot, will be introduced in human form, if you will, race weekend.
Super exciting. Super exciting. I'm imagining as the announcer, I'm going to get the first interview with this Parrot, correct?
And we haven't decided if the Parrot's going to speak yet. So it might be hand motions. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That the Parrot's still evolving.
That's very exciting and very fun. And so again, as Susan just declared, it's the Name the Parrot contest. And if you are the person who comes up with the best name, you have to submit your name suggestion by October 31st, correct? That's the deadline?
That's correct. And the winning name will be announced on the News Channel 8 Today morning show on December the 6th. So that's how we're going to let the cat out of the bag, let the Parrot out of the bag, as far as the name is concerned.
Yeah, amazing. And 25 years of free running. It's funny. As I see legacies, I always say, what a great way to obligate yourself to fitness for your whole life. You start off with this race from day one, and then you just keep going. But whoever you are, what a great obligation to stay fit for the rest of your life. You're always going to be race ready because, whether it's the 5K, 8K, 15, or half, we're going to expect you to show up at the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic, and that's really fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, and we're going to have this friend for life, apparently. So I hope you're a really nice person. Okay, so I am going to tell the folks a little bit about our parrot's personality, and hopefully that will help them come up with some solid ideas. So name me and run for free. And so this is, I'm speaking for the parrot. This is about me, the parrot. It says, I love pirates. And when people say, are you ready to run or walk, Gasparilla? I can walk or run, just not very far on the spindly legs. I do, however, eat a healthy diet and love wearing brightly colored running shoes and race apparel, which is something we can all agree with. My favorite hat is a colorful bandana that complements my beautiful feathers. I love to dance. If music is playing near the start and finish line, which it will be, or on Bayshore Boulevard, you'll find me there dancing, bobbing my head, and looking for dance partners. I also love to fly above the race course and cheer on the runners. I like to make people laugh with my jokes and pranks. Sometimes I'm a straight-faced joker. Other times, I simply can't contain myself and love playing silly tricks on people. Anything to make them laugh. It's adorable.
That's our parrot. That's our parrot. And the line that you said, I like to fly above the race course, I think what that means is there might be a drone-controlled blimp in our future, because we would like to see our parrot take on, parrots fly. So we're going to see if we can't bring that to life as well.
That is so fun and so high-tech. And you know what makes me sad is when I was a kid, I was in elementary school, and there was a Name the Ghost competition. And so I entered, and I submitted the name Boober, Boober. And at the big Halloween party, I won, and they gave me the ghost. It was a foam head with a hanger and the white sheet over it. I was so proud of Boober. And all I think is it would be totally inappropriate for me to win this contest. But I think,
you can't. Fitz. Sorry about that. You can't.
I bet people are going to come up with really cool names. I'm excited to for December 6th, right?
Right. And I would encourage the profile of our parrot will be posted on our website. It should be live now. But also, I need to call out the Tampa Bay Times, because the Tampa Bay Times is hosting this contest for us. And any of the promo materials that you see was created by them. They've done a stellar job for us and are helping us to share our message, both about the event as well as our parrot naming contest throughout the month of October. So go to their website, go to our website, go to our Facebook page, and you can see that full profile. And as you're thinking about names, we're probably going to get a lot of Pollys. I mean, that there's a lot of Polly parrots. Take a look at the profile and look at the specifics that we called out for our parrot, and be creative and think along those lines, because we're hoping to get some unique, fitness-minded, health-minded, gender, non-gender specific names that we can select from to give our parrot.
Love it. If you're looking for non-gender specific, Fitz is a really good choice. 2 Fitzes at a race, but yeah, what a fun opportunity and a way to contribute to Gasparilla history. This is a big deal. It's almost like naming Mickey Mouse, right?
Yeah, essentially, yes. And we hope over time that our parrot becomes just as iconic as Mickey Mouse. The race began back in 1978, and it's always been pirate themed. It's always been family oriented, fun. We've always given back to the community. I think that's, the few things that I just mentioned is several of the reasons why Publix supermarkets considers us to be worthy of their name, because that's who they are. They give back. Yeah. They invest in the community. That's who we've always been, and we built that brand for the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic events over 45 years. As people are paying attention, it's going to help them here down the road just a little bit. But over 45 years, we have built the brand of our events to the point that they are iconic and recognized throughout the country. They're recognized internationally. And like you mentioned at the start, folks come from all over the world and in the United States to participate in our events. That's something we're very proud of. And that's the same attention that we would like to give to our Parrot, to help our Parrot to become synonymous with who we are and recognizable not only in the running industry, but in other industries as well.
I love it. I love it. So we have some comments here. So first of all, Mike says if he wins, he's going to have to keep running until he's 100.
So one of the rules in our contest is that that the 25-year complimentary entry is not transferable. However, at the discretion of the sponsors, which would be the Gasparilla Distance Classic Association, the entry can be transferable. And I know that I think it's Boston Red Sox tickets that they're handed down from generation to generation. I think there was a movie about that, Fever Pitch or something, several years ago. It could happen with this, because Mike, you've been running with us since 1978, and we would love for you to be around at 103. But if you weren't and you wanted to approach us in your will, I'm going out there, to transfer your entry, it's something that we would consider. So just know that there are exceptions to the rule.
I love it. A little bit of wiggle room. This is not going to be, I'm too lazy this year, my brother runs in my place, but long term, there might be options, which
correct.
Is fantastic. So Lewis wants to know, can we submit more than one name?
You can. You can only submit one name a day, but you can submit multiple names, just one name a day.
And then Miranda says, love the Parrot already. Sounds like a fun time around him at all times. And that's the game plan, right?
That's it.
Rigo is a little late to the party, but he wants to know.
Well, you'll notice Meb is not moving, but Meb is forever with us in our hearts. He, of course, lives in the Tampa Bay area now and is very involved in what we do as an event, and he's a permanent fixture in our office. He moves around from location to location, but he is a permanent fixture. And we hope a permanent fixture race weekend as well.
Yeah, and if you are not familiar with Meb, he's a two-time American Olympian. He's won the New York City Marathon. He won Boston Marathon in 2014, the year after the Boston bombing, which stole many of our hearts. And he is such a sweet guy. He actually was a guest on the Fitzness show back in May, and I was captivated with his story of coming to America from a war-torn country in Africa called Eritrea, and he was the brother out of two siblings that would go fetch clean water for the family, and to see, where that family started and where they all are really now, it's very impressive. So if you want to learn more about Meb, come visit me at fitzness.com. It's one of the best interviews I've ever done. And
if I can just add something, Meb, when he was a child, he tells the story, and he might have told it on your show, that they actually ate dirt as children to fill up their tummies. So Meb comes from a great family that took great care with him and raising him and his sisters and brothers. And to love Meb is to know Meb. I mean, you just can't help but love him once you're in his presence, and he stays with you until you're done. He's not one of these celebrities that just kind of says hey and leaves. If you want to talk to him, he's going to talk to you for as long as it takes.
Yeah, he's sweet, and he was wonderful at our event here in 2021. He hung out not only on the course, but he came to the finish line to greet our athletes, and it was so cute to watch them all run by and then see him. And
they all turned around.
Right.
His poor hand afterwards.
Well, that's right.
So many high fives.
To heck with a PR or a finish time. So many of them just hung out and spent time with Matt. Will he be at our race in 22?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Great to know. All right, we're going back to the Parrot. So Miranda wants to know, what is the due date for submitting a name again?
The whole month of October. So it starts today, and the contest entry is on tampabay.com/Parrot. You just give us your name, Give us the Parrot's name, you're in, and you can enter all the way up to October 31st.
And there's no fee to enter. And I'm going to encourage everyone to leave your actual email address, because if you win, we want to be able to contact you. And sometimes people put the fake email address while they're doing that. Don't do the fake address this time.
Yeah, don't do that.
And Chris, who I love, he's one of my favorite runners from Florida. He's looking forward to doing the Mick Ultra Challenge again. Is that 2 races or 4?
That's the four race one, 15K and 5K on Saturday and half marathon and 8K on Sunday. And it's quite a challenge,
Yeah, but we have a heck of a lot of people who do it. How many participants
we
do?
Well, we've had as many as 1,000 in the Michelob Ultra Challenge, but because of where we are in our world right now, we're limiting it to 500 this year. So I'll give everybody a little bit of history. So back in 2000, when we created our marathon and half marathon, a few years later, we merged the event with the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic the same weekend. And folks were very unhappy with us because now they had to choose between running the marathon or the half marathon or the 15K and 5K. And they were over 2 days. So we thought, you know what? If these people want to do both events, we'll give them the opportunity to do both events. So the first challenge was called the PT Cruiser Challenge and the Jeep Liberty Challenge. And from there, we were the first event that created a multi-day challenge over a race weekend. And so many challenges have been developed since then. And it's become one of the most looked forward to pieces of the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic race weekend. We're real proud of that. And we respect and honor the folks that want to take on one of the challenges.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's definitely doable, but it's still a big deal.
It is.
And the rewards are a big deal too, because the amount of medals and swag they leave with is, ridiculous and fantastic.
And heavy, very heavy.
That's right. Bring an extra duffel bag if you're doing the Mick Ultra Challenge. Okay, so we've got Mason Dixon.
Mason.
Great promotion. Proud to be a part of the classic for so many years. Maybe the Parrot's name would be Mason. Well,
Mason has done a promo for the Parrot naming contest, and I would encourage folks to go on Q105.com to watch this promo. He taped it in the studio. He's just as adorable as ever, has a lot of fun with it. It's clear throughout the promo how much he cares for and loves the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic. So give that a look. Lee Spann with Channel 8, she also has done a promo that's just as adorable as Lee is. I heard this morning that she was talking about the Gasparilla Music Festival on the air, and she accidentally said Gasparilla Music Festival during her weather broadcast. So she loves Gasparilla.
And so I'm guessing Mason is one of your local media personalities?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry. I thought you knew that. Yes, he is. He's on Q105, and he was actually on air in 1978 and affiliated with the Gasparilla Distance Classic, what it was known then, from the very beginning. So he's been with us for a very, very long time. We've grown together.
I love it. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting Mason in 2022. All right, so you got more comments. Diane is sharing love, which we'll take every time. Katie Stefaniak has put this on her bucket list. Katie's one of my weight loss stories with Fitzness, and she's the lightest she's ever been in her adult weight, and she runs a race. She's a Michigander, and she runs a race every weekend, and she likes to travel sometimes. So her and her husband, I'm sure, especially because we're bringing Rudy Novotny in to announce this year, there's definitely going to be a big chunk of our people heading over to Gasparilla, which we will take. They're great huggers. Miranda, yep, we were the first to have challenges. Yep. Well, the first is the first.
Thank you, Miranda. As the race director, I did not want to say that myself. So thank you very much for bringing that to everyone's attention. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? It's not bragging when it's true. So Chris says, when the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl again, just imagine how amazing the entire Gasparilla celebration. Yeah, it looks, Tom Brady's sticking around. So you could just pre-order those rings, right? Champa Bay?
Absolutely.
All right. And Ginger says they come from Jacksonville as a family. This will be a 3rd year in a row, maybe 4th good. We expect to have you every year moving forward, Ginger, your whole family. Let's see. Okay, and then Ginger Air asked if we could recap the contest one more time before moving on. And we're going to talk to Keara, who's been sitting there patiently and quietly, about our ambassador program, which we still have an opportunity for folks to get involved with. So, Susan, do you want to recap the Parrot naming contest?
Yeah, starting today, we are having the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic Parrot Naming Contest. And what we're wanting to do is to give our parrot character a name that will live with him and with the Publix, him or her, excuse me, I keep messing that up. We don't know just yet. That will be a part of our parrot forever, that will be a part of the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic forever. The person that submits the winning name, the selected name for our parrot, will win a race entry, a complimentary race entry for 25 years. So that individual will run the race for free for 25 years. Very exciting. The way to enter the contest is to go to our website. It's live now on the homepage. You can click on the contest icon, which will take you to the personality of our parrot that has been developed. And from there, you can go to tampabay.com/parrot. That's where you'll find the entry form to submit your name. You can submit a name from October the 1st through October the 31st. And you can submit more than one name. There is a limit that you can only submit one name per day.
I actually like that. I imagine there's going to be people that get on today, submit a name tomorrow, because 25 years worth of a race entry, why not keep taking your shot, right?
We'll take as many names as we can get to choose from.
And not only do we have that grand prize winner, but I want to point out that we will have 2 runners up that each will receive a $100 Publix gift card. So there will likely be a narrowing down process. And if yours is in the top 3, you walk away with a $100 shopping spree at Publix, which is pretty great.
Great.
Absolutely. Okie dokie. And I put our website there. It's rungasparilla.com. Stop by, and not only can you enter the contest, but there's always tons of great information and photos. And we want everyone to dress up like a pirate this year. This is very important. Being the pirate team, and on the microphone, we will make a even bigger stink out of you if you come as one of the extra fun people. So I expect big things with our wardrobes. Moving on, Keara McGraw. How are you, Keara?
I'm well, thank you.
Do you know that you also cannot win the parrot naming contest?
You know what? I am not the most creative person in the face of the planet, so that's probably a good thing. I'm sure our daughter would come up with some very unique names, though, but I think that she's probably not old enough to enter either.
Yeah, probably. So tell us about our ambassador program, where it is, who our ambassadors are right now, and what we're looking for.
Yeah, so we're really excited. This is the first year that we've had an ambassador program. So I know that our group of ambassadors has been anxiously awaiting this announcement. So we've got 4 that will be heading up our inaugural group. And they are all actually, so we did something unique this year where for each time that they get someone to sign up under them, they are competing kind of for a invite-only VIP tent. So a fun little addition to the ambassador program to kind of get people excited about it. And if you haven't been, the Q105 after party is always a really good time. Those VIP tents are the place to be, that's for sure. So we're really excited about that. And so this year we've got 4 to start, and there will be, we'll have Albert Mendez, and he's actually from California. So we're excited to have someone who's, a little outside of our area to kind of help us out a little bit on the West Coast. Then we've got Jessica Campbell, which if any of you have ever seen our Hulk Hogan ladies, Jessica is one of those. So we're excited for her, the enthusiasm for Gasparilla and bringing that this year. Then we'll have Lauren Lumley, who is another local runner, and I believe she's also an RRCA coach in the community. So it's great to have someone who's affiliated with working towards keeping the community healthy, which is one of our big goals with the Gasparilla. Then we have Joshua Namath, who is probably more known in our Spartan and the Mud Run groups, but he has been a big supporter of Gasparilla over the years. So we're excited to have him. And then Another local is Jordan Stone, who works at St. Pete Running Company. And she has been a great supporter of our local race community as well. So we're really excited to have that group on this year.
So with an ambassador program, if people don't know exactly what ambassadors do, is they become part of our race family. We keep them informed, engaged with everything we're doing, but then we hope that they will go into their own communities and encourage others to come participate in ours, register for races. And not only do we want them to bring in athletes, but we want them to help be a bit of a support system for people who, you know, I can't do a 5K. I've never run a 5K marathon before. We go, no. You can show up and you can walk and you can go real slow and you can just try it out and have some fun. So the ambassadors really do not only expand our market for the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic, but ambassadors tend to just motivate people to get up, get active, and give the running industry a try. And as you know, we use that word running very loosely around here because we have a lot of people who do nothing but walk, and they're equal players on our courses, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, it wasn't like we picked, you know, it's not the fastest runners. This is a group that is very diverse and from all walks of running. So we're excited that, you know, they'll be able to motivate everyone.
Absolutely. We have Josh Namath, who
Hey,
is one of our ambassadors. So Josh, if you want to use comment section to tell us what you love about being an ambassador or what kind of efforts you're making as an ambassador, that would be great. A lot of ambassadors show up at other events and spread the word. They host booths. They are on social media. And it really, again, it's not just about getting people to register for this event, although we like that. We get so many people up and active. And as a fitness professional, you know, the more the merrier. We want people to live better and longer. And that's what the running community is all about, right? And the booty. So Keara, how do other people that are interested in becoming one of our ambassadors get involved?
So there's a link on the website right now that they can head over and they can fill out the application there. So it'll stay open for a little while and we'll keep an eye on it. And as the program evolves, we'll kind of keep building on it.
And so, Susan, you've been directing this race for how long?
This is my 30th year.
It's incredible.
Yeah, long time. It's flown by. It's I love it. I think that's the best way to, it's rewarding. It gives us an opportunity, me an opportunity through the events to really touch so many lives and to help folks make memories. And that's really, that's what the Gasparilla Distance Classic Association and Publix supermarkets are all about. We want to create unforgettable experiences that inspire folks to come out and be more healthy, to live a more, you know, a healthier lifestyle and to give back, you know, to give back through our event to the community. So I've loved every single year. None of them have been the same. I am surrounded by a very small staff that has been being introduced on our Facebook page for the last week. But we, the staff, are surrounded by a great 13-member board and 30 organizing committee members and all of our partners, starting with Publix supermarkets. I mean, the only way that we can do what we do, that I can do what I do, is because of all of our partners, all of our runners, all of our volunteers, our board, our organizing committee. It's not the Susan Harmeling show. It is the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic show. And I'm always very mindful of what we mean to the community as a whole. And it's an honor to sit in this chair and to get to come to work every day and do what I do.
Well, it's all that heart and all of that skill and expertise and experience that makes this event so spectacular every year. So we're not going to take all the spotlight off of you, Susan, because we know which captain is leading this ship. So what do you look forward to most on race weekend? So it's Friday morning, things are getting rolling. What are you most excited?
You know, if we have done what we're supposed to do throughout the year with planning the events, with working with our partners as a staff, as an organization, then race weekend, we're able to kind of sit back and watch it all come together. I as the race director, really kind of have a frontline seat because everyone that is a part of the event, including the runners, they've all done what they needed to do to get there and to have a fun day. So I look forward to the start of each and every race. It doesn't matter what year it is. I cry every single one of them because I know what we've all gone through to get to that particular moment. And there are so many stories that we'll never know about, people get engaged like they did this year. I mean, we have families that are running in honor of a loved one. It just goes on. And at the end of the day, we take a deep breath and we enjoy it for a few hours, and then we start working on the next year. So I have to say, Fitz, I look forward to all of it. It really is something to look forward to. And there's not a minute that I would give up throughout the weekend, all 30 of them.
I'm with you. I think it's a blessing to be a part of this community. It's funny, people will say, aren't you tired? Aren't you ready for it to be over? And I think, oh God, no, I hate when the last person comes through because I want more. It's just, who wants less of that? Who wants the goodness to stop coming through? It's so special. So Keara, what about you? What do you love most about race weekend?
Oh goodness. You know what? It's funny. I've worked in almost every corner of from the expo to outside, being in the social media. I think this year being out on the course was probably one of my most favorite times, being out there, getting to see everybody and their excitement being out there, especially with the hybrid race. But watching it all come together and knowing how much goes into it is, it's amazing. And I think that especially with this last year, there hadn't been anything going on. And afterwards, I was kind of sad it was over because we hadn't gotten to experience anything like that in a long time. And the finish line was so exciting, even, for a hybrid race, it felt like a real race. So it was really nice to have that back. And as a runner, I missed that. So it's great to watch it all come together. I love it all. It's organized chaos in the best way.
Organized, the best form of organized chaos. I love it. It's just it's nonstop highlights. All right. So Mercedes, she had one too. What did you have? Did I lose that? All right, Mercedes, tell us what you had. Okay, so Josh, our ambassador, he answered my question. He says my main journey in obstacle course racing and helping people reach their goals. I run competitively and will go out on a second lap with friends to help them push and see things they never thought possible. I always try to wear bright and entertaining compression pants to help bring smiles to faces as they're on the course. Love watching new faces get outside and get running. Yeah, it's a wonderful to be a support system. And I love being the athlete, and it's interesting. I've always been a very capable person, not the speedster up in front, but the gritty girl who just gets through it. And doing some obstacle course races over the past year, I bounced back from some struggles of my own, and it was very interesting to be the recipient of others trying to support me. I've never had that before, and the amount of people who reached out to help me lift a tire or get me where I needed to go is very humbling, very appreciated, and it's our running community is so loving. I had never been a weaker link, and I have had that experience, and I've been so grateful to be able to see how good everyone else is. It's just it is heartwarming for certain. All right, so we've got Bill here. This year's event made for an awesome compromise. Love the start and finish. Thank you all. Thank you, Bill. I agree. Where everyone else was canceling, Susan said nope. Sure. And we were going to have some fun. And everyone who showed up, I think, was wildly excited and appreciative that they made the effort. Susan, you knocked it out of
Well, last year was a tough year for everybody. And for us in particular, we made decisions based on the information that we had at the time that we made the decision. And we know we disappointed some people along the way. We were disappointed ourselves. But to be able to do what we did on May 8th and 9th. And we would not have been able to do that were it not for the city of Tampa and their support. We went to Mayor Castor and we asked her if we would be allowed to close the streets and not necessarily have an event, but have an event. And we had the support of all of our partners. I mean, the finishers bags were jam-packed full of food samples and goodies. And, all of our runners got the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic hat, and they all got their finishers towels. In fact, in addition to getting their finishers towels provided by Publix in their finishers bags, we had finishers towels that were iced down at the finish line because we knew it was going to be a warm day. So we provided our participants with all of the services that they would ordinarily have. It was as much like a real event as we could make it, but at the same time, keeping everybody safe. And that was our goal.
Well, you knocked it out of the park. There was none of my other races did that. And I thought, oh, this is genius. She's a genius. I love this. It was blow me down, brilliant. And, much like you were brilliant starting the challenge opportunity, I think the hybrid event is something that other race directors would be very wise to follow suit on if they're forced into that situation. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up soon, but I want to reward our audience for tuning in, and we're going to give away some prizes. Not the Parrot prize, not the $25. Yeah. But we have 2 race jackets we're going to give away to one of our lucky viewers who knows some Gasparilla trivia. So we got a Q&A here. And folks, all you need to do is use the comment section wherever you are. And the first one to answer this question correctly will receive one of our Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic jackets. And
Fitz, let me say something really quick. There's some people tuning in here that they know who they are, that are not eligible to win any of these prizes. Okay, I just want to put that out there.
That's right. Stafford, yeah, smart, very smart. So if you're not part of the team working through this thing, you can win. So the first question is, and I have to tell you that you're answering questions, I sometimes receive them at a different rate. So all I can do is, as the answers pop up, go to the first answer that pops up. So in a previous giveaway situation, someone said I answered it first, but I didn't receive it first. So I promise I'm going to be honest on this answer. And you're getting a little grief, Mary. First question, and Susan helped out with this before. In 2022, how many years will the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic have taken place? How many years of this race series are we hitting in 2022? Very quick. Wow. All right, Bill Casper says 35. Is that accurate?
It is not.
Lisa Young, 30.
No, getting colder.
Okay, Brian Hunt.
Oh, way warm.
Mike Stewart, 44, and there it is.
There we go. Oh, some Tallahassee people. I love it.
Is he one of those Seminoles, Susan? Is he one of those?
Oh, yeah, definitely bleed garnet and gold.
All right, go Knowles. I'm going to give you one of those. Okay, so we have lots of answers coming up, but Mark gave it first. And high five to everybody else who reached out and gave it a 74. I like Jason. Oh, nice. Oh, Eric Eisenhardt, he got engaged at our finish line last year. So I told him he should come and get married at our start line.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that, but I would certainly they did.
That has happened before, though. So we can accommodate a wedding.
Accommodate wedding. If you'd like to have a baby at the finish line, whatever. Well, but we have a medical team there. It'll be fine. All right. And so that's one jacket, and that is going to Mark Pretty. And Mark, how do people email you? How do they communicate with you guys? Is there an info at Run Gasparilla?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just do Susan at Run Gasparilla.
Susan at
That's fine.
rungasparilla.com.
Rungasparilla.com.
All right. And we have one more jacket to give away. And this one is, so who was a champion of the first Gasparilla Distance Classic? And what distance was that, Susan?
15K in 1978. That'll help, maybe.
1978. Who won that first race?
Okay. Do we need to give hints? Do you think?
No, let's give a few moments. You know what? People have.
Okay.
People have
Google.
No, they're probably Googling it. Oh, there it is.
Coleman, congratulations. And there's a lot of people using the Google machine. Here it goes. Okay. I'm guest Jeff. And we've got, quite a few other people. Yeah, lots of people taking Rogers. Nice. You just didn't Deborah Coleman. All right, Deborah Coleman for the win. She's going to get a great jacket. Email Susan at rungasparilla.com. And I'm excited to see the jacket. You said they were put aside for board members. Is that correct? Board and staff. It's a really, really neat jacket, embroidered jacket. So I think these folks will love it. I bet they will. Yeah, all of their stuff is very stylish and fun. So that's one of the great gifts of being one of your race announcers. It's the swag, right from me. All right, team. So super excited. Once again, our races, February 26th and 27th in 2022, they are happening. We will be live in Tampa. And on Saturday, 5K and 15K, Sunday, the 8K and the half marathon. You can do 1, you can do 2, 3, you can do all of them. And we certainly would like to see as many of you as possible. I guess up to 500 people can do all 4 races. In the challenges. And also because of where we are right now, and everybody knows where we are right now, we are limiting our numbers again in 2022. So if you haven't registered, please think about doing so you're not locked out. Each one of the individual events will have a cap of 4,000. In the 5K that normally is capped at 14,000, that's a huge decrease. So we're hoping we only have to do this for one more year, but just to be on the safe side and to keep everybody safe, that's what we're doing. So if you haven't registered, please consider doing so. Our next price increase is on November the 30th. So pay attention to that as well. That's right. So rungasparilla.com. And just as a quick recap, we want you to take part in our naming the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic Parrot contest. It'll be our real life mascot that shows up at our races, at community events. You'll be taking photos with this adorable mascot, and it needs a name. It's a fun guy or a fun gal. Our parrot likes to dance. Our parrot likes to make pranks. And if you watch the beginning of the show, if you missed it, we give a very specific description of this parrot. So you can enter daily, 1 entry per day at rungasparilla.com or at our friends at the Tampa Bay Times. Tampa Bay Times, tampabay.com/parrot. Parrot naming contest. All right. Is there anything else you ladies would like to add? You know, this has been great fun. I'm looking forward to round 2, whenever that might be. Yeah, me too. And Susan, just full disclosure, Susan was a little uncomfortable before it started. And you're so great. What you know everything. Okay, all right, it's time to go. True. Knowledge, beautiful. We got it all. All right, I'm gonna kick everyone out. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, team. And we're excited to see everyone in February. Get to work, folks. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh.